Welcome. Been quite a while since we posted the Senior Confessions one. Got a lot of people responded to that. Got a lot of hate mail saying that we were stupid about the toothbrush one.
I forgot the toothbrush.
The toothbrush one. I just remember my sister came down to me in the basement and was like, "You guys are so dumb." And she was like watching it on her phone.
Hey everyone.
Some people are just slower. The toothbrush one, they said they found pubic hair on their toothbrush, and we were like, what are they doing with their toothbrush? We thought they were like, but no. So, some people just don't get there as fast as others.
What's the answer?
Oh my god. This is kind of an L, but for the next one, the person who, remember how we said with those first two, or first three or something, confessions that we needed answers? The person actually reached out to me and said that they were willing to give answers, just not have their name, and then I forgot to follow up. Like I said, oh, thank you all, next time we're ready to film one, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But then, that was 3 months ago, or 2 months ago, whenever it was.
I feel like, we could
do it.
Reach out.
Yeah, next time, maybe after we film this, we cut it, and then we, text the individual, and then we bring it forward. I
think also that they should probably reconsider, not, letting themselves be known.
They said no using their name.
I feel like we should, so they can come on, give them a spot, talk to them about it.
You want to have...
yeah. But if you want to, do that...
Remain private. I completely understand. We already have a guest with us today. Two,
Gabriella.
Actually. We have Gabriella and Troy. The two loves of my life on one
Seriously.
pillow.
What a great athlete, by the way, before he goes into theater.
Honestly, theater ruins lives.
Yeah, seriously.
We saw Mudlark rehearsing today on our drive.
Yikes. Looks kind of tense.
But speaking of Troy and Gabriella, on Snapchat how there's the news on the side, by the stories and stuff, the clickbait BuzzFeed stuff. Yeah. There's one that said, what Vanessa didn't like about dating, not Troy, Zach. And I didn't click on it, but I feel let me see if I can find it right now.
I saw something about what she felt about Gabrielle.
Well, what was it?
I don't know, it just seemed like they loved it, but maybe it's changed. I think over time they're okay. By the way, Zac Efron. Hello.
But he's not watching.
Oh, yeah. Well, in case, he does...
In case he happens to see it.
And he sees it.
And he looks up the Giggle Gang.
Yes.
He's
killing it, I feel like.
Really?
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah. Vanessa, she's still relevant, but I'm just saying, I feel
he was in Baywatch.
He was in Baywatch.
He was in the movie of the century.
He's still doing well, acting-wise. I feel I don't know. I don't really see her or hear any, movie ads about...
Well, did she stop? She might have just stopped acting. She might have been no, I already peaked. What's going to beat High School Musical 1, 2, and 3? I kind of hate that,
because it's you still have, you're...
So much potential.
Yeah, you're kind of still in your prime, I think.
How old are they in the movie? 20?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Something like that.
They definitely weren't in high school.
Yeah, they definitely were in high school. But, good movie. I like it a lot. I like it.
Alright, completely change of topic if that's okay, but you know what I was thinking about earlier today? So how, humans live, 70, give or take, years, on average, something like that.
Hopefully live to 100.
Really? You want to live to 100? I don't know if I do.
Maybe
I'd rather live to 92 or something. And then
actually, I feel that. Maybe
because at 100, you're just
I feel 89's a good age.
89, but then you didn't hit 90.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine if you died at 69.
Imagine if you died at 99. That would actually really suck.
Yeah, that would suck.
Especially if it was a couple days before your birthday.
That's also what I'm scared about. What if you die a day before your birthday,
and then everyone has to celebrate it without you, and you don't get invited to your own party. That would suck. Okay, so anyway, we live 70 or so years on average, right? But you know how there's a lot of animals, bugs and shit that live 2 days or something?
Yeah.
Imagine if your whole life was just 2 days and you grew up in 30 minutes and you were an adult or something, and then your sole purpose was to find a mate and repopulate and then die.
See,
That's
yeah,
so weird.
That's what I used to think about before. Like I was like, should I stump on the ant? Like, what if I was that ant? Would I like to be killed like that?
This little kid Jalen just stomping on every ant, and he had the first great
I
awakening.
don't know. Like I feel like I don't like insects at all, or bugs or anything. Or
Oh yeah,
spiders or
I don't
anything
like spiders or bugs that much.
Yeah.
I was like lying out on my lawn the other day, just chilling by Maggie, like running around chasing the bird shadows. And this caterpillar that was like this big, so he's kind of small, but like bigger than I wanted to be on me. He's green and fuzzy, was like crawling on my arm.
Yeah,
and I freaked out. I like whapped it, and I just like went inside. That was it.
That
for
would
me.
ruin my entire day
It,
outside,
yeah.
and like it may make me seem like, I'm stupid, but no, like I just can't.
Yeah,
like,
I can't do the bugs.
like if a bug is even on me and I see it, and I feel itchy for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and
You know what I
then
mean?
the whole time you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Is it back? Yeah.
You start doing like that weird
exactly.
little dance. Yeah, that's tough.
But
But just think about that. Like you like, so you get born, and then your parents like see ya, and then they leave.
yeah,
And then you like grow up and you're like an adult, and then you're like, okay, what do? I find someone to down with, and then we make another one, and then I die. Like I did it. I succeeded. But then it's like, what's really the point of making another one if that one's only point is to just make another one?
yeah.
Like, what are they doing? Figure it out.
I 100%.
Get a job or something,
Exactly. It just seems boring.
Yeah, do you think there's like animal like prostitutes? Like, do you think about that? Like a bug or something that's like, I know you need to repopulate, so I'll like, here we go, I'm ready.
I definitely believe.
I will. You have to give me like.
I definitely yes.
Like honey or something if they're bees.
Yeah.
You have to give me a honeycomb and.
And that's weird because like for me like I could definitely think like maybe like bears do that or something, but
what? You think the first thing that came to mind was there's bear prostitutes for sure?
No, like what I kind of mean by that is like I don't think about the lives of an insect.
Oh, you think through the eyes of a bear?
Yes, or like
Okay.
or like a giraffe
Or a jaguar.
or a jaguar. Like I could definitely think about or like things in the jungle. Like I don't know, like what a lemur.
You're a
goes
jungle
through.
dweller at heart.
Yes.
All right.
So I don't know. Like I never thought about that, but then like now I'm thinking about it.
That would
right
be
now.
so smart. Like that, it would work too.
Yeah.
Like if there was in an animal where like their drive was like I have to repopulate or else I'm a failure,
Yeah.
Like and there was one that was like selling it, like they would definitely succeed.
Yeah.
Bro, wait, hold up. I might be being really stupid, but isn't that what the queen bee does?
Yeah. Wait, I
isn't
feel
that
like
what the queen bee
it's,
is?
yeah.
Everyone brings the honey to her and then she's like, babies.
Yeah. And like she.
Okay, I don't really know a lot about bees, but I saw the bee movie and I think that's how it works.
The bee. Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is. I feel like that's right.
I mean, yeah, and also like she just like completely owns it. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie Plan B?
No.
It's like, it's not a real movie. It's like basically someone made a parody of the Bee movie
Yes.
and thought, let's make this as bad as possible. Hold on, let me pull it up. And it's like 40 minutes long or something, and it's voice acted as perfection.
Yeah.
Like, it's called Plan.
Wait, the
B.
Bee movie that like the parody that it's based off of, is it like the animation thing?
Yeah, it's like animated. Look at this on IMDb.
Okay.
Plan B. This is the only description for the whole movie on IMDb. This film follows the epic journey of Bee Bing, the bee bee, as he tries to escape the harsh rule of the queen. It's got a 1.4 out of 10 stars on IMDb.
It definitely.
The main characters are Belza, who's played by a guy I never would have guessed. Buffy, Queen Akif, Bonnie, Bing, and Joey. Those are the characters. It was written and directed by Michael Shelp, so shout out him for creating a masterpiece. Alright, let me look at the reviews.
Bing and Joey.
Yeah, let me look at the reviews.
Everyone's
10 out of 10, a
changed.
true masterpiece. Once in a lifetime, you'll come across a film that truly captures the history and cultural distinctions of the modern world the way a person can subjectively perceive it through our guided field of perspective. What does that sentence even mean? That's definitely a run-on sentence. I have to admit, I had my doubts when I first learned of the movie. After all, Plan B, and then B is spelled like B. You know, it's not the letter.
Yeah, right.
Will this movie even be good? How ignorant was I? So look at how long the review.
Wait, that's actually so
I'm like
funny.
up here. Okay, you know, I even have these thoughts. Little did I know I was about to indulge in what may have been the best 2 hours and 21 minutes of my life, and you go up and the movie's like 40 minutes long. Or they just watch it over and over. Okay, wait, before I keep reading this, hold on, I have to like open up a new tab and show you just how amazing the animation is in this movie. Hold on. If any, I assume none of you have seen this, so you have to look it up and watch it. It's so worth it. It's so whack. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
These are the main characters. If I remember when I'm editing, I will illegally download this and play a couple clips.
Not much nectar. Pistol, turn, please. Joey, no tasting. Here she comes.
Her Majesty Queen Akif.
Huh? What's going on? Oh, no. Where's Queen Beatrice?
Gone. Punished.
Why?
What's this?
It's, honey.
I can see that! But there's so little!
Well, today we got a late start, but don't worry. We produce more than any other...
I want more honey! Now!
Yes, Your Majesty.
This is the title, like the cover art. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but it looks really epic. Okay, back to the review. 2 hours and 21 minutes of my life. The movie started out strong. The opening scenes enticed the audience with a captivating enigma. I was so taken aback from the next generation animation that I almost didn't even realize the underlying symbolism in the ongoing scenes. It wasn't until my 26th viewing I don't think I've seen any movie
26 times. Not even like my favorite
Not even
movie.
Lego Batman, which
Yeah.
is my favorite movie of all time. I don't think I've seen that 26 times. I did, however, see that in theaters, go home the next day and illegally stream it because I wanted to watch it again right away. It was from someone's like shaky camcorder, and whenever someone would get up to go to the bathroom in front of them, they would just block the whole screen for like 30 seconds, but it was worth it. Okay, it wasn't until my 26th viewing of the movie where I finally got my bearings together and was able to focus on the gripping and labyrinthine stratagem. Labyrinthine? I don't know what that word means.
Yeah.
Probably like complex or something. Bit of a genius. The underlying analogy for 19th century dystopianism and the evangelical deviation of the typical orthodoxy was enlightening, to say the least.
What?
How long did someone spend on this movie? Also, at the bottom, it says 75 out of 87 found this review helpful. Oh god, we have so much more to go. Just when I thought the movie could not get any better, the increasing conflict before the climax began. So the rising action happened before they thought it could get any better. I could not believe the complexity of the story as the main B protagonist, Belza, struggled with the everyday endeavors for a quintessential B, such as the consistent uphill altercation of the fight against misogyny and the fiscal synergy of opposing interplanetary dynamisms. Did they just, like, look up, like, the thesaurus and go to, like, 8-letter words and just write all of them down?
Yeah.
dynamism is like such an intense word to use. I don't really know what it means, but it just like it adds a lot of power to any sentence.
Yeah.
There I was, gripping to my chair as the conflict of the movie began. I was so enticed by the movie that I felt as if I was both practically and relatively a part of the movie. You know, both practically and relatively. This is a special kind of high that not even the strongest of drugs can give you. Was I part of the movie? Am I inside the movie right now? This movie will leave you questioning existential nihilism and the objective skepticism of our perceived valuation of anthropological existence. At this point in the film, we're like halfway done. At this point in the film, I was fully intoxicated by the avant-garde animated art style. That's when the plot finally, I don't know what this word is, aggrandized, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of letters. And I was completely stupefied. Isn't that a Harry Potter spell? You could have lived 1,000 years of isolation trying to predict the plot twist. And you would never scratch the surface of what actually transpires in the movie. I was so bewildered that I actually had to pause the movie so that my existential crisis didn't dive too deep inside of myself. Even pausing the movie was surreal. It's almost as if life paused with the movie. Wow. I felt as though I had actually become a cinematic tangent quantum. It's definitely not a thing. The effects are still wearing off, and I haven't been able to watch the movie in several years.
He's like...
He came back years later to write this review. I've spent the following 7 years afraid of what outside of my house actually looks like. Every single day and night I live in misery because I became fully aware that happiness is never achievable. I realize that human life has absolutely no meaning and that no matter what I ever do, it is of complete unimportance, and in years from now, no recollection of my existence will prevail. Well, this is gonna prevail, so...
Yeah.
Meaning that if I died years ago, died now, or died sometime in the future, well, one of those is gonna be true, it will not matter whatsoever to anyone. But, then again, the fact that I'm living doesn't matter either, so I might as well stick around for a while. Living in complete isolation, condemned to a life of traumatic memories and a completely corrupted subconscious. Plan B literally ruined my life. 10 out of 10. So if that epic review, that was from 2014 by Drummer Zach 137.
Drummer Zach.
There's so many. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. You have to go watch the movie. We don't have time to read all these amazing reviews, as much as you probably want to sit and listen to us talk about these reviews for hours. But you have to go watch this movie, Plan B, and then watch it. 50 minutes long. It's not rated, so, you know, don't have your parents around. It's under the categories of animation, adventure, and comedy, and I would say it's definitely all three of those.
Yeah.
Look at this epic shot of them all drinking the nectar. All the main character V's. It's been a bit since I've watched this. I've watched it a few times, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I definitely have to check it out. And then go on IMDb and just read all of the reviews because they're so funny.
That is what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do later.
Yeah.
So yeah, now... Has a movie ever impacted you like that person? Like Drummer Zach? Shout out Drummer Zach also. That was a beautiful piece of literature.
No, yeah.
In like, I swear, in like 20 years,
beauty for that. Yeah,
English class, AP English is going to be studying memes and Drummer Zach's IMDb review of Plan B.
Oh yeah, if I was a teacher, that's what I would be using.
I would do, yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
A movie.
Yeah, like what's the most, like what movie has like made you the most like, oh, or like has changed your life the most?
That's really hard. That's so hard.
Okay, what's the last good movie you've seen? Like new. Well, no new movies have come out.
Yeah, exactly.
As a Ronski.
I mean, I love Lego Batman.
Lego Batman, yeah, that is a classic. I feel like if
Yeah.
I were to make a movie, that's the movie I would want to make. If you haven't seen that, you have to check it out. It's so funny. It's a kid's movie, so like at the end it kind of drags on. You're kind of like, okay, we don't need all these happy moments. But like the first 2/3 of the movie is so funny. Way better than the first Lego movie. I never saw the second Lego movie, to be fair.
Yeah, me neither.
But the first one, this one was definitely Lego Batman changed my life for sure. It didn't put me in self-isolation and existential crisis though, like Plan B did.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, I hope that he does multiple of these movie reviews.
Oh my god, can we click on his profile and see if he's like been active in the IMDb reviews? Did I close the tab? No, merch, we're still here. Okay, user reviews. The other review that it suggests is a 1 out of 10 and the title is I'm so scared. Okay, drummer Zach. His reviews are Plan B, and that's it. One and done. What a legend, though. He dropped that bombshell
I feel better
and walked
that it
away.
actually is just that one, even though I'd want to have like a whole.
That's what he
gem
looks
of
like. Look
other
at him. He's
movies.
really hot,
Oh,
isn't
very
he? Yeah.
sexy.
Just like shadow of a person. That's not a racist thing. It's just like the generic icon silhouette.
But yeah.
Yeah.
He just went all in.
He
and
really
just
went all
dropped
in.
the mic.
He had that thesaurus open next to him that whole time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I have to believe that every word of it's true. There's not a single exaggerated or made up moment in the whole time. You know, it's definitely.
Yeah.
He waited 7 years to tell that story.
And like it
And I'm
shows
glad
that
he
it's
did.
not easy.
It's not easy to
not
watch.
an easy job.
Maybe don't watch this movie. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
like if you don't want your life to be forever changed, then don't. If you're okay with just living a boring, unawakened life, then you don't have to watch it. But you know, if you really want to know the truth
I'm excited
about
to watch
19th century dystopians, you definitely have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I've never been that excited to watch a movie.
Didn't watch anything.
Yeah.
Wait, did you ever watch? I think it's called Grizzly Man or something like that.
No, but I
We,
heard.
we watched it at youth group, and it's
Yeah.
about this guy who I forget what his name was, but yeah, he looked so epic. He looked the part totally. This is a documentary. It's a true movie. And he went and he lived with like bears out in the wild, and like every like winter or summer, I don't know which one. Probably summer would make more sense. He would go and he would like live with the bears and try and like get like welcomed. And after years, they just kind of like accepted him. And he had like all his footage of it, and he was like totally like the bears. He clearly had no human friends that he was closer to than he was closer to the bears. Like he like knew their personalities and like knew which ones. Like he gave them names and knew all their different personalities and loved them. And it was actually like really sweet.
That's a movie. Even though I did not watch it. That's a movie that would probably change. my life.
I know. When I watched it, you weren't there that night, and I was
wasn't
like,
there that night, no.
Jalen has to see this. Like,
Yeah, if I can have just to watch it in my own time.
yeah. And then he died. He was eaten by one of the bears.
No, really, no.
He was eaten by one of the bears. Yeah. So tough ending.
The one that he the one that he named.
One of the
and
ones he
everything?
knew.
Oh,
But it was one of the meaner ones. It wasn't like one of his best friend ones.
Oh.
But yeah, he would like follow their different like trails and stuff. It was really cool. But then one time,
That's
I guess it
cool,
like
yeah.
came into his tent or something. But what's really spooky though is that like,
Just imagine that he just comes in. Oh hey,
Hey, buddy.
Hey buddy. Oh, what you doing?
what's really spooky is that like his whole thing is that the same pilot would go on that little plane, drop him off with his stuff, and then go like maybe drop him more supplies every week or something or every month. But that was his only human interaction the whole time. He was there alone the whole time with his cameras. So then one time the guy came and he just couldn't find him.
Oh man.
And then he found like something of his or like maybe like bones. I don't remember. He like found something that like he was like, oh, that was him. But then there was like a scandal also. There's like a scandal like maybe he had like a girl with him there. Like I'm not even making this up. There was like a scandal of like, was he actually alone? Yeah, okay, so check out, let me look it up. I think it's called Grizzly Man.
Whoa.
But yeah, there was like a whole scandal. Oh, hopefully there's a picture of the guy too, because he looked so iconic. I actually really, really liked him. I can't spell. Grizzly
That changes everything.
Man. I think it's this. 2005 film documentary. Yes, that's him. Timothy Treadwell.
Timothy Treadwell.
And it was directed by Werner Herzog. Grizzly Man 2005 film. That's what he looked like.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't he look like a total bear guy? Yeah. But he was like really, really homies with all of them. It was actually really cool how accepted he got into the bear society. We've been going for almost 25 minutes, like 23 I feel like at this point, because it says 24, but we had that little where the camera was sideways. So should we go longer? Should we wrap it up here? What do you think? We read that review for a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time.
But it was well worth it.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't, it was. I don't know, do you have any other thoughts?
Any thoughts?
We've talked about maybe playing some Club Penguin or Minecraft videos, you know, like playing for a few hours, then cutting together like a super compilation. So if you'd be interested in that, let us know. I've got more music coming out soon. I've been working on the whole album. Should be hopefully dropping before the end of the summer, hopefully within the next few weeks. We'll see. On Spotify, hopefully.
How many songs would be on there?
Like 8 to 10, I feel like.
That's a good amount.
We've got like 7 done, I think. 6 or 7. Yeah, so that's exciting.
Will it be like on like, you know? Like
I think it'll be on Spotify.
Spotify, okay.
I might put it on SoundCloud, but like whatever. No one goes on SoundCloud.
Yeah, no one goes on SoundCloud.
It might be on YouTube too. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna make lyric videos for all of them though, because that would take a while.
Yeah.
And who cares about those? But they'll definitely be on Spotify. That'll be exciting. More updates about that.
What about like, you know, guests?
Guests, yes.
Or guests, yeah.
I guess we could do guests now.
Yeah.
Like, we waited so long to see each other in person. This is actually the first time we've seen each other since school closed.
Seriously.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Like 4 months, something like that. So we knew we had to crank out one of these. We both... Oh my god, how did we not talk about Love Island?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, next episode we are talking about Love Island. Because I've been into it for a while now. And Jalen finally watched the season in quarantine.
No, that's an entire episode.
That's a whole episode. There. We could do like a series about Love Island.
Yeah. We'll be ready for that.
I can't believe we didn't talk about that. Season 7 got canceled. The one that was supposed to be this summer obviously got canceled. I'm thinking of applying for a future summer, but we can talk about that later. I've got my strategies. There's a little teaser.
A little teaser.
We pretended we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Hello, bro. Watch the UK version. Definitely don't watch American. Australian.
Just an American?
Yeah, they have like 1 season. There's an Australian one, but like watch the UK. It's definitely the best one. Season 6. That's what I recommend. It's the shortest one also. Then season 4. Those are my 2 favorites. You watch season 6.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. But in the meantime, you've got homework this week to watch Plan B, and then Grizzly Man if you're interested too. Grizzly Man's like, it's not like funny. Like there's funny moments, but it's like really cool. But then it's also like a little freaky at the end. You know when they like play like there's like a little audio clip of what they think the attack was.
Oh shit.
And so you hear like screaming, and that's why they think there's a girl, because there was like girls screaming. So it's a little freaky at the end for sure. But it's really good. It's really interesting. But Plan B is a must if you want to keep your status as a giggler. You must watch Plan B. Also, in the virtual graduation thing, you know, everyone had their quotes at the bottom.
Yeah.
So I didn't think people were really going to take it seriously. Yeah. So I put shout out to the gigglers, and you did too, right?
I said the same thing. I said
shout out to the gigglers.
Yeah.
And then we're going through. I'm sitting there like in my stupid ass robe, right?
Yeah.
And then like the names start popping up, and people were like, "Thank you for everyone who like didn't give up on me."
No, people who do that. When I would, oh my god, when I would go past those people and like it'd say like all of the like, thank you like, Mr. Johnson for being there for me all the time.
For showing me that education can be fun.
Yeah, I was like, I would like cringe in my seat.
Yeah, but there was like
actually
paragraphs, full like 250 characters. They took up every step of it, like saying thank you for this person for like when my heart was broken, you picked up the pieces and stapled them back together and made the puzzle or something like that. That was a great quote actually. And then I was sitting there like, shoot. Shout out to the gigglers. I'm gonna look like such an idiot.
I know, but like I was like, this is the final band.
Yeah, like
so,
I didn't get my yearbook. Did you?
I did not get my yearbook.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I put that on my story yesterday because I needed more.
Yeah,
like
and it's been like on people's stories, like
Riley got hers and she sent me the picture. Apparently, they put my picture next under George Krupkin Best Musician. So it's not me. George is a great musician,
He
but
is
I
an
don't.
amazing
I
musician.
don't. This is not what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's a supporter of the Giggle gang. He helped us come up with our symbol. It was this, right? Well, we originally had this.
Oh, what a throwback!
We
Just
originally
in the
had that.
hallway like this.
We thought this
it ended too soon.
It did.
It
And then we had this, which was like 2 G's, which actually
made sense.
which actually looked like if we got this like designed right and it wasn't like our other fingers weren't in the way, that actually could have looked. Oh, we made it like this. Actually, could have looked kind of cool. If we made an actual logo, it would have looked cool.
Yes, it would look cool.
But we didn't. And so we're over like we might be at like 30 minutes now or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap it up. But this was great to get back face to face. You leave middle of August. I leave like middle of September because quarter system, gang. So definitely make another one of these. Maybe make a Minecraft video. I feel like that'd be pretty fun.
Yes.
Or something like that. So any other ideas or figure out like I guess we could do a guest. I don't know if we know like that they're not being an idiot because some people you can tell from like Snapchat and Instagram are like being total idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to bangers every night. Like,
exactly.
Take it easy, pal. We're not through this yet, buddy.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, also, did you hear Trump said, "Wear a mask, or I fear that the pandemic could get worse."
Yes.
Words of wisdom to live by.
Our president is
He's
actually
finally-
acting presidential.
He's finally caught up.
Yeah, exactly.
It took him 4 months.
Took him 4 months.
What? How many? 120 days.
120 days.
Quick math. To figure out that this pandemic's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
The
it's a big
Pandooski's
deal.
not to mess around
It's
with.
a big
you
deal.
know? Kind of a big deal.
Someone, has to get.
Someone has to be the leader.
Has to be the leader.
And he thought, you know what? It's my time to shine. Not
It's
as
like,
iconic.
now I begin.
Not as iconic as when he said, if we stop testing, then our cases would go down. Because that's just saying, if you don't see it, it's not there.
Yes, because he was saying with the other countries, he was like, the reason why their cases are lower is because they don't do as much testing.
Yeah, so if you just go like this, it goes away. So those are words to live by. I feel like if you don't see it, it's not there, and that's what we'll end off with. Thanks for tuning in, and stay excited, on the edge of your toes, whatever, edge of your seat, on your toes, whatever it is, for the next episode. And I think there's only one thing we can do. It's been a long time. Now.